Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On play action, Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Mahomes going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big... And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Hey, kill. 27. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He finds his target, Fuller. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They run again on first down, Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonnu Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 23 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 25 yards that time. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the carry, it's Chubb. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. We give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Taylor, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 15. Motion. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. So we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
57 colors.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. And hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, You're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 64 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And I think the ball's out. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere at Arrowhead, they're in the 3rd quarter. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A.J. Brown, a strong game thus far, catching the football in that one. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Funchess hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. A sensational one-handed grab of the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my...
And now it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 7, Prescott got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. Fights through, and now a crease. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Taylor. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got Fuller. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 2nd down and goal. Prescott, his throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Prescott now. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Chubb running right, pushing through the contact. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Prescott now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Sets up the screen to Gordon. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yeah,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. First carry for Trenton Cannon. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They run. Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more.
Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
Come on, baby.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it go. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Houston, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.